Hi guys, welcome back to another lesson in algebra. In today's lesson we're going to continue on with flowcharts and looking at how we use flowcharts to build an expression, or we can also use an expression to help us build a flowchart, which we're later going to use to find out what our pronumeral equals. So by following the steps in a flowchart we can build an expression. So we have a flowchart below and we're going to use this flowchart to help build the expression. So we have the pronumeral a, then it's telling us to add 3. So if we were to add 3 to a, we would end up with a plus 3. It pretty much is as simple as that. Let's do one that's a bit longer. You could have one that's 4 boxes long. I think that's probably the most that you'll see at the moment. So we have f. And the first thing it wants us to do is times it by 3. So we end up with 3f, because remembering that 3f is the same as 3 times f. Then from there, the flowchart says to add 8. So we take this term and we add 8 to it, and we end up with 3f plus 8. Okay, I want you to pause the video now. And I want you to do this first one on your own, okay? So the x, and then follow the flowchart, and then we're going to do this other one together. Okay, so hopefully what you got was x times 4, which gives us 4x. Then you're going to take this entire term and subtract 7, which gives us 4x minus 7. Now let's do this second one together. So we end up with y is what we're starting with. Y plus 2 gives us y plus 2. Then we're going to multiply it by 3. Now, remembering we're multiplying this entire box, which means we're multiplying y by 3 and multiplying 2 by 3. But instead of writing this as 3y plus 6, because we've multiplied them both by 3, we're going to put 3 outside the bracket and write y plus 2. Remembering that this means multiplying by everything inside the bracket. Okay, now what we're going to do is draw the flowchart. So we've got a blank flowchart in front of us, and we are going to draw a flowchart using this expression here. Now, when we build flowcharts, we always start with our pronumeral. So our pronumeral is j in this case. Now, we can't do the multiply by 6 yet because we're multiplying everything inside the bracket by 6. So we need to do inside the bracket first and complete that. So we're going to subtract 1 so that we end up with j minus 1. Then from there, what we're going to do is multiply it all by 6 so that we end up with 6j minus 1. Okay, for the next one, again, we start with our pronumeral k. And we're going to start by adding 5. So we add 5. We're following our BIDMAS rules, and remember that we can't divide in this case until we have essentially one term up here. So when we're doing BIDMAS, we would add these two together and then divide it by 3. So we'd go k plus 5, which gives us k plus 5. And then we would divide by 3, which gives us k plus 5 divided by 3. Hopefully this all makes sense. You're going to get into some questions now. If you have any questions, make sure you ask. Otherwise, I will see you in the next lesson. Thanks, guys.